What do you know about warrants in the Malazan Book of the Fallen? This is a brief introduction to warrants, especially aimed for you maybe just starting the series, or maybe you have come some books into the Malazan Book of the Fallen and still have no idea what the warrants is about. It's impossible not to talk about the warrants in detail without spoiling things, so I won't do that. I've checked out what's in Gardens of the Moon and in Deadhouse Gates. In the um, in the dramatis personae that Erickson has in every book of his, and also in C.S. Lamont has that too. So I checked up the things that are already mentioned, so you won't feel that I spoil things for you and ruin your reading experience, of course. I will start to read a quote from the Malazan Book of the Fallen about warrants. What leaks out is yours to shape. Open yourself to the warrant that comes to you, that finds you. Draw forth its power as much as your body and soul are capable of containing. But remember, when the body fails, the gate closes. So this is a definition of Warren. Warren is the magic system. Open yourself to the Warren that comes to you and draw forth its power. So Warren is a kind of magical source that different people in the Malazan world can access. And I think it's described as soft magic in the fantasy lingo. You could say there are hard magic and soft magic. I think this is soft magic. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments below. And I will try to describe this soft magic system for you a little bit. But since I think Malazan Book of the Fallen is a one big or many big books of just lore, and one of the charming things with both Ian C. Esselmont's and Stephen Erickson's books is to decode that. You are like a lore detective, but I will give you some starting points. First of all, there are many different warrants. I will name a few. Some warrants can be accessed by humans and some by other races. I will tell you a little bit about these two kind of warrants, you could say. Warrants is used for many different things and can be opened in many ways. Sometimes it's through you could say a ritual to open the warren. Sometimes you just come in contact with the warren. You can say that you open different kind of gates, and these gates are more or less subtle throughout the books of Malazan. Warrants are used for many different things. So first of all, they can be used for travel. A warrant can be a place, and that is something when I interviewed Ian C. Esselmont on the other hand and Stephen Erickson on the other hand, that Ian C told me that he usually uses the warrants for as a location. So within the warrants, these magical world or magical power, there are other rules for how time passes, for example, how the world looked like. The worlds can be inhabited by different people. They can have their own maps, you could say, or own geography. That's one way. So usually in Malazan, people travel through the warrens from time to time. Then they will travel through a special warren called Chaos Warren, for example. So travel is one way of using the warren. We have to go somewhere. We could use the warren, but it's also often connected with risks, you could say. Warrens can be used for protection, like magical protection, like yeah, protect an army, or you can heal people, for example, different kind of things. You can also find things in the warrens that is not accessible in the real world, so to speak. And warrens, the power of warrens can also be used as maybe more traditional magic. Warrens can be used in, you could say, war, or you can use the energy for different things. And different mages can weave different warrens together because there are many warrens. And I will just mention the warrens that are mentioned in the first two books, as I said in the beginning of the video. So you have a Denul or Denul warren. The trait is healing. You have a Driss warren. The trait is stone. You have a Mianas warren. The trait is shadow and illusions. You have a Ruse warren. The trait is sea. You have a Cirque warren. So the trait is sky. You have a Tennis warren. Land is the trait. And you have a Tyr warren, which is light. So these are warrens that are called paths. They can be accessed by humans, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these paths. They are mentioned a lot in the books, and without spoiling too much, Warren can also be a place as well in the real world. I don't want to say what it is, but it can be a kind of location or yeah, something. So Warrens can be so many different things. So I think this is a very flexible system for Ericsson and Esselmont to have, and I think they can put a lot of their imagination into this, and also play some tricks with us readers as well. So we have to decode a lot of things, like the detective I talked about, the Malazan detective, maybe. Then we have elder warrens. And elder warrens are usually connected to different races. And if you don't know what a race, elder race in Malazan is, you have to check out the other video that is coming up on Malazan races, especially the elder races. So here we have 4 warrens. And the first one is Kurald Galain or Galain. I don't know how it's talked about. Actually, it's not connected to an elder race, but it's connected to Taisti Andi, and in a way they actually act like one. Then you have Tilan or Telan Warren. It's connected to the Tilan Imas, one elder race. We have the Omtose Felak connected to ice a lot, and it's connected to the Jaghut, one of the elder races. And the last one I will mention is Starwald Demelen. I don't know how you pronounce this. Maybe you can tell me. Of course, when I talk to Ericsson, I listen to his pronunciations, but sometimes many of these names sounds very non-English, you could say. So sometimes I feel like the pronunciation should not be with an English accent. I don't know how you think about that. The star world Demelen is connected to time, and it's considered to be the first warren. And warrens are, as I said, extremely essential to the Malazan Book of the Fallen. I would say that the warrens expand the length of the books, but also the perception of the world being so deep, because you could say history within the real world, and then you have history connected to the warrens, or you have events connected to the warrens, or you have memories connected to the warrens, depending on what a warren is. So as a brief reminder, I just want to say that warrens is a special magical system in Malazan Book of the Fallen. It can be used for many different things. There are 7 warrens that humans can access, and we have 4 warrens that are connected to other races in the Malazan Book of the Fallen. And I also want to give you support. If you don't understand the warren system, don't give up, because this is my second read through. I definitely don't understand everything about the warrens, and that is part why I'm rereading this, not only because of the warrens, but because of the whole Malazan world and the whole mystery of Malazan. Connected to the warrens are also deck of dragons. that will also be posted as a separate video, and you will be able to connect these videos I make now to see it in one go. It will be a playlist on Malazanlore. I hope you will enjoy that. This was the first one. If you are still here, I will just briefly mention what I'm up to. I'm reading Stonewilder. I'm more than halfway through now, 60%. And I think 200 pages into Bone Hunters. So enjoying myself. I will do it for many more years. I hope you join me for that. This channel will also even more become more Malazan focused over time. And if you have suggestions on what you want me to do, please write a comment in the video below. So until next time, not so long time, until next time actually, please enjoy life and why not read? Here in Sweden, it's gloomy, rainy today. It's Easter here, and it's a nice day for reading. So I hope you have the same wherever in the world you are. So take care and bye.